Look, that's the concerned face of an RV owner. What's broken? Well, you guys remember him, right? So 2 months, actually, yeah, it's gonna be 2 months. 2 months today. We had the S chassis meet, October 29th. We had it here, down here from New Jersey. And he literally said in a couple months he's gonna bring his car here. We're gonna do a feature on it, and here we are.
So I show up here, next thing I know is we're having like a meet. They're recording. That's our camera guy.
Shall we?
What are we doing?
RV noises.
Yeah, man, let's head out.
What is up, guys? So today, as I said earlier, I'm super stoked because I have an Instagram friend slash real life friend now here with us from the shop, well, from New Jersey, I apologize. He just moved to Lakeland, Florida, which is about, what, an hour?
Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes about.
So not far at all. He's already been to the shop, as I said before. He came here with his dad for the S chassis meet we had exactly 2 months ago today. I'm super hyped because as you see behind me, this beautiful RB swapped S13s in here, and he's gonna tell us about it, and yeah, I love it. So introduce yourself. What's your name?
All right, I'm Kyle Grossi. I'm up from New Jersey. I'm moving down here to Lakeland. So it's a 93 240SX hatch with a Series 2 RB25 in it. It's a CX turbo, CX manifold, 62 mil turbo, 800cc Dishworks, ECU Master EMU Classic that I run on my own tune. I did all the fab, all the paint, all the body work on it, and ISR plenum. The bottom end is stock, but it's resealed, and everything that's in it was fine. It was in spec. So future plans with it are to build it and more make it into a drift car, street car, kind of a little bit of both.
So why the RB? What made you choose RB over, let's say, SR, JZ, LS? Because we always ask people that because it's like, I think anybody knows that, like I like anything that's fast. I mean, obviously, of course, RB's my go-to, but like what made you choose the RB over LS, JZ, SR, K? Shit, I don't know. Nowadays they're putting V10s in their cars.
Yeah, honestly, it was just because this is what I've known for the past 14 years. Since I was 6 years old, I always wanted an RBS chassis. And I was like, you know what, might as well study and buy one. So when the opportunity came up, I picked it up from a place out in PA, an importer. It was bone stock, had about 70,000 kilometers on it, and it's had a good life. I don't know.
Was the Series 2 something you wanted, or that just happened to be what came up? Like, what made you choose, let's say, over a Series 1 or a Neo? Was it just happened to be what was up?
It was just what was there.
Okay.
The Series 2 was pretty cheap, and I had the harness with the ECU, the trans, everything. So I was like, I gotta pick it up.
The prices for these motors are just absurd now. I mean, RBs and SRs, I mean, JZs are selling for like $9 grand right now. Like, you can go and buy a swap car for that much. But, so I heard you say you did most of, if not everything, on this car, right?
Yeah, everything. Every single bolt on the chassis has been touched.
Nice.
I did the subframe. I completely undercoated it. I did the whole front end. I mean, the only thing that's not changed on it so far is the stock lower control arms, tension brackets, and tension rods. That's it.
Wow. And then you did all the wiring yourself too, correct?
Yeah, I did all the wiring. I made the entire harness. I trimmed the chassis harness that had the relay boxes in it. And then I made my own headlight harness that runs up.
Damn, I'm feeling complete, man. Over here doing all of this. This is awesome. Yeah, man. No, I mean, obviously the whole car, it's like, you know, my dad and I, we were driving back, like, it's nice to see these cars like this because yeah, like I've had my drift cars, I've had my beat up multicolored ones, but it is nice to see like just a clean one piece, one color, like full interior car that's, I mean, just looking at the bay alone speaks for how your work is, and I mean, it's definitely well put together. And I mean, the fact that like, what's my favorite part about all this is even the car, it's the fact that like, we were speaking over Instagram the last, what, year or two, I'd say, just following each other, talking to each other, and hey man, add me on here, hey man, let's talk here, and the next thing you know, he comes down here, and the next thing you know, he's moving here next week. So, which he might even be part of the team now, so we'll talk about that another time, but yeah man, I guess really, I mean, there's a lot of nice things, but what's your favorite thing about the car?
The engine.
Engine?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, you can't really top it.
I figured, yeah. It looks damn well nice in there. It looks like it belonged in there.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it fits the chassis.
I
I'm
agree.
big on little, like little things about the car.
Yeah, all this stuff, the matching Allen bolt hardware, all that around is just nice. It matches everything. I mean, like, I really like how you did this. Very few people do this. Like,
yeah.
when I did this a couple years ago, it helped a lot cutting the core support here to allow the radiator pushback. It gives you all that space because everybody knows when you swap a JZ or an RB in your car, you don't have a lot of space for the fan. So like I run a clutch fan, for example, it's just what I happen to have. And doing that gives you a lot of space, and it looks cleaner too because it almost makes the engine look like it's smaller versus when it's tighter. So yeah, it is a nice fit. It just looks OEM in there.
I also, one other thing is I did that little flare, that little flange that was on the
end.
I was
gonna say that's gone.
I welded that back on it because I didn't want to have something that was sharp that could cut into my rad.
Yeah, that looks good, man. Yeah, this is definitely one of the most well put together cars we've had on the channel, and we've had a lot of nice cars, and this is right up there. So, I mean, I will tell you guys right now that he's moved here. If he's gonna drive this more, he's more than likely gonna end up putting AC on it. We'll see though. Because it is hot.
It is hot.
I will say it's hot because I'm in the process of doing that with this thing. So
yeah.
Well, my friend, thank you. It was a pleasure. I'm looking forward to seeing this car around town more.
Thank you for having me.
Got a lot of fun stuff coming. We're actually about to do something right now, which is going to be on another video to the Silvia, but I guess we'll leave it for you guys to guess and find out what we're going to do, which you might already know just based off our YouTube name. So we'll see you soon. Make sure to like the video, share it, subscribe, and as always, we really appreciate you guys watching the videos.